here, Genny. Over here, honey. Over here. Over here. Come on. That a girl. It's the morning after Genny's wild evening of adventure yesterday. I can't tell you how proud I am of her. It was so fun to just watch her learn and trust herself. And I wanted to go over a couple of questions that I continue to get, and that seems to be, I guess, a hot topic. And speaking of her walking through the barn, she was never in any danger. I would not let her walk into a situation where she could have gotten hurt. She was never, ever in danger. It's just as important for her to learn to trust herself as it is for her to learn to trust me. Even more important for her to learn to trust herself. It's something that I can't teach her, and when she walked through the barn, that's what she was learning. She was learning to trust that she can go and do certain things and she will be okay, and that's very important. And some of you need to take a training class on learning to trust me, that I know what's best for her. Again, I would never put her or let her venture into something that she would get injured or hurt. She was totally safe. Genny, I've said this before, she hasn't been given choices in her life, and right now I'm allowing her to make choices. I'm not asking her or demanding that she do anything. This is all building trust within her and with me. I know what I'm doing with her. Contrary to what some may tell me, I promise you, I'm doing what's best for her, in her own time and in her own way. Her making the decisions she did yesterday to move about, to go see something new, that's very important in her learning to trust. Did you want to go back in, Genny? Sorry, I had to move the camera because she started to move. I'm not sure what she wants to do, but we're just in Genny's world. You coming, Genny? Let me turn the light on again. You coming? What do you want to do? You tell me. You tell me, Genny. You want to take a bath? No? Okay. You want to come back this way? Okay, no. Not today. Not today. Hey, girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl. What'd you see? What'd you see? If you're wondering why I have on a coat and a sweatshirt, and it's just September, it was in the 50s this morning, which is pretty chilly to me. My thyroid is diseased, and so I stay cold all the time. You will rarely see me without a jacket or a sweatshirt wrapped around me, just in case I can't handle it. But I had to move into triple layers today. You're a camera hog. You're a camera hog. Genny. You're so silly. You're so silly. Okay. You going back in? You gonna go back in? Yes? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Is that as far as you want to go? Okay. It's okay, Genny. Good girl. Good girl. You can just stand there. Here you go. There you go. Are you wanting to go back out here? Or are you just wanting some of this hay that's the exact same hay that you have in your pasture? You want to come out? You're very relaxed. That's a good girl. Yeah, good. Good. You eyeing that hay? It's the same hay that you have. It's the very same. You want to come out? You want to come out, honey? Huh? I'll mention right here while she's making some decisions in her mind and working through things. I also get told and asked about putting a friend or walking a friend with her through the barn, or putting one of her friends in a stall. I can tell you that I've already tried that, and it freaks her out even more. I'm not sure what happens in her mind, but she does not do well with having another horse walk with her or be in a stall. Maybe that day will come, but right now she's just doing it on her own, and I'm letting her work at her own pace. But I have tried that and it doesn't work. Genny, where are you going? Can you have this? This is for the winter. This is for the winter. It's the same hay that you have. Yeah. You want to go out that way? It's amazing to me that she goes through here like this after being so fearful. It's almost as if she is learning her lessons faster than I am, which God is working on me, and I'm so thankful that He's so patient with me. But I mean, Genny's coming right along. She's listening to her Creator, and I apparently take a lot longer to learn the lessons that I need to learn. You want this out of the way? Good girl, Genny. And Genny is a good girl. It's okay. I got you. I got you, honey. You want to go out? I also get questions, I just thought about it, about why is it so important for her to go in the barn? People will tell me, I had horses all my life, they never went in the barn. I think that's great if that's what works for you. But there are probably three main reasons why I want her to I'm sorry I keep moving this. I don't know what she's planning. There are three main reasons why I want her to be okay in the barn. One is it's a fear of hers, and I want her to be able to work through her fears and not live with them. She should not have to live. Okay. She should not have to live with fear. The second reason is if she were to get injured or sick and would need to be put up, I don't want the added stress of being sick or injured and being fearful of the barn. Okay. Now coming out of there might be a little bit tricky. We'll see how she does. She's gonna have to figure it out. Back, Genny. Back, Genny. I think I'll go around to the front and just kind of be a little bit of her confidence. You okay? You okay? That's unbelievable. That's really unbelievable. No, Genny. No, Genny. No. No. No, Genny. No. Go. Go, Genny. Go. No. You cannot have that hay. It's not yours. Come on. Nope. Nope. I said I was giving Genny choices, but she doesn't get to have this choice. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on. No, Genny. Come on. Walk, Genny. Nope. 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 Good girl. This is really unbelievable to me. I think that once a horse has been starved, they just want food, even if they're full. I think when they see food, they just want it. I mean, but she is even a horse, and a horse wants food all the time. But I do think there is something about a horse that's been starved that if they see food, they just want it. The same with horses that have not been abused, but I have noticed that there's an extra want in a horse that has been without. I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, I want her to be able to come into the, okay, nope. Okay, we're gonna have to go out. We're gonna have to go out. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, Sam, bring me that green lead rope. Good girl, Genny. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to see if she'll walk back through the barn. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's going to be one long video. Okay, Genny, let's go. Let's go, honey. Okay. You want to go in there? You want to go in there? No? Okay. Wow. Oh my word. I gotta control myself. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, there's more hay in there. There's more hay in there. really something. You can just turn it off. Okay, now I have all the gates locked back, and she actually wanted to go back in there after I brought her out. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So what I've said now, I think maybe 5 times, is that I love you so much, Genny. I love you so much. Okay, let me try to get this out real fast. The reason it's so important for her to go into the barn is, 1, it's a fear of hers. I want her to get over her fears. Number 2, if she were to get sick or injured and need to stay in the barn, I don't want her to stay in there with the added fear on top of sickness or injury. And number 3, now that I feel this calling, I guess, I'm still very uncomfortable with that all, but if God sends us somewhere and it's in a barn that we meet, or an arena, or wherever it might be, Genny's going to have to learn to go in there. And I think God's already doing it. He's already giving her confidence and breathing within her and speaking to her. And I know many of you might think that's just far out there, that God is speaking to animals. I believe he does. That's just me. He told all the animals, go get on the ark. They listened. I don't know why he could speak to them, tell them to get on the ark, and not be able to speak to animals today. So I believe that he is working through her, and he is definitely Genny is literally turning into the most fun, most loving horse. Maybe if I scratch her, she'll stay in one place. The bugs are starting to come out now because it's getting warmer. I did want to touch on something else while I have her that comes up a lot. Hot topic, always brings out some rough comments, and that's about her tail. Maybe if I do this. People have so many questions about her tail, and I get them so often. I'm just going to go ahead and go over them again in this video for those that have asked since the last time I addressed some of the questions. Genny's tail has been docked. That means that it it's not just the hair that's been cut, it's into the bone. So the bone in, let me see, the bone in Genny's tail ends right here. Normally the tail, I mean the bones in a horse's tail would would end down here. So hers has been cut off here. And the, I guess, normal way of doing that on a horse is to band it. And that means to take this heavy duty band and wrap it tightly around the horse's tail, around the bone, and eventually it will necropsy. It will start to die, and the bone will start to die, circulation is cut off, and their tail is forever changed. It is for man. Their tails are docked in order to keep them from getting tangled in their equipment and their harnesses. It's for man's it's for man's convenience, not for the horses, because they could be braided and tied up without cutting them off. It will never grow back. Her tail is what she has. It will never ever grow back. I'm not going to put a tail extension on her right now. She's never had a tail, and I think to do so, even though she's displaying lots of new confidence, I'm just not doing that right now. She would not know what something slapping her in the sides would mean. It would actually be the same feeling that she would get if she was working. And I'm not telling you about the tail because I agree with it. I don't. I think it's cruel. It's taken away their defense, one of their defenses against insects and flies, and it also is used to communicate with other horses and to people, and man's done that to the horse for his purposes, removing the reason God gave her a tail. Her tail is for a purpose, and man took that away. So her tail will not ever grow back. In time, yes, I might try an extension, but right now, no. I think Genny is ready for water, and so we'll let her do that. And I will show you, because I know that I'll get questions. Doesn't she have hay to eat? Why is she going after the hay that's in the barn? I'll show you over here. She just got a huge new bale. She has plenty of hay. It's just she's a horse, and she wanted the food everywhere that she can get it.